Stabilize! Solidify!
Baiju isn't in his shop.
Oh, you're looking for Dr. Baiju. He's resting today, but he said to send any patients to the back room.
Ah, okay. Thanks. We'll head on through.
Please, show me your prescription.
Traveler, Paimon, welcome. What can I do for you?
It's the Traveler. He looks absolutely beat these days. He has these huge dark circles around his eyes, like he hasn't slept a wink. And he keeps spacing out. You have to call his name several times before he snaps out of it. What do you think it is? Is he sick?
Very peculiar. In all the time we've been acquainted, this is the first time you've come to me with a health complaint. Come, let me take a look at you.
Okay, Paimon does not like that expression, Baiju. It's not serious, is it?
Complexion is good, eyes are clear, breathing is steady, pulse is strong. Physically, you appear to be in good condition, Traveler. In theory, your energy level should reflect that. You should be feeling right as rain. Hence my concern. A clean bill of health is usually a good thing, but in this case, it likely means your situation is more complicated. Physical illnesses come with detectable symptoms that can be used to diagnose, medicate, and cure the condition. But afflictions of a non-physical nature, they fall outside a doctor's realm of expertise.
Huh? What do you mean, non-physical nature?
Curses, dark magic, it's hard to say. It could just as easily be a simple case of mental fatigue. Why don't you rest here for a bit? Whatever it is we're dealing with, clues to your condition are sure to reveal themselves in time. Once we know the root cause, we can administer the right treatment. In the meantime, Changsheng and I will review the relevant literature for afflictions that present with mental fatigue.
Oh, must be a rare condition if not even Baiju and Changsheng have seen it before. Well, all we can do is take their advice. You look like you're about to collapse anyway. Just get some rest. Paimon will be right here by your side. Fingers crossed you'll be all better when you wake up. Traveler! Traveler! Rise and shine! Time to wake up! For once, you're making Paimon look like an early riser. It's already afternoon. Hopefully all that sleep did you some good. Feeling any better? A cut? What? Did you scratch yourself in your sleep? All right, let Paimon take a look. Nope, nothing there. Wait, did you have a nightmare? Okay, don't panic. Paimon heard that dreams tell us what we need by showing us the opposite. So, if you had a nightmare, maybe all you need is something to cheer you up. Come on, Paimon will treat you to something yummy. What? So, in this dream, you were trapped in a weird place with thick fog everywhere, and then a spike came out of nowhere and stabbed you in the back? Oh. Okay, well, that's a new one. Are you sure it was a dream? 'Cause from the way you describe it, it sounds like you were really there. But then again, you woke up right where you went to bed. And you were definitely in a deep sleep this morning. Then, it's decided. Paimon will stay up and watch over you tonight. If anyone tries to mess with you, Paimon will beat him up. Or, wake you up first and then we can beat him up together.
Something is missing?
Did you just say something?
The flesh remains whole, but the soul is incomplete. Left unresolved, the mind will wither away along with it.
Ah! What the? Wait! Paimon remembers you! You're Childe's master! Skirk? Right! What are you doing here? The last time we saw you was at the Primordial Sea in Fontaine, right? But then we left and never learned where you went after that. Childe's been looking everywhere for you, by the way. What brings you to Wanmean Restaurant of all places? You came here looking for us? And were you the one behind that hocus pocus just now?
Tell me, what is it that you saw? Tight-lipped, huh? I suppose that's fair. You, I'll take a glass of wine.
Oh, of course. Coming right up. We make this one in-house. It's not too strong. Enjoy.
Chef Mao, I'll take a grilled tiger fish over here.
Coming right up. If I knew we'd be this busy, I wouldn't have approved Shenhe's vacation.
At the end of the day, what happens to you is of little consequence to me. I'm not here to try and win you over. Trust me or not, the choice is yours. If you want my help, now's the time to speak up. You have until I finish my drink. I was investigating an abyssal disturbance in the area and happened to notice you. Part of your soul is damaged, and the wound bears traces of abyssal corrosion. Need I say more?
Neither of those things sound good. Should we trust her? She mentioned an abyssal disturbance. Maybe that has something to do with what's going on with you. But we could always find a different expert on the abyss to help us out. Yeah, and that thing she said about your soul being damaged is scaring, Paimon. Definitely something we should fix sooner rather than later. Skirk's an interesting one, that's for sure. But from what Childe's told us, she doesn't seem evil, at least.
1, 2, 7, 10. That'll do. Well, have you made up your mind?
So that's all we know, Miss Skirk. Ma'am, can you help us?
So, you couldn't disperse the fog. I understand. Come find me in the Guili Plains when you're done here. Oh, and I left cash for the drink on the table. Settle the bill for me, will you?
Oh, okay. Huh? She disappeared!
Wait, hold on. You overpaid. Here's your change.
Oh, no. This includes the drink, so it should be the right amount.
I didn't think you two ordered a drink.
We didn't. It was that lady who came and sat with us, remember? You brought it out to her yourself.
You sure? I could have sworn there were only 2 of you at that table.
What?
What'd you put in their dish, Chef Mao? Some kind of hallucinogenic mushroom? You got them seeing things.
Seeing things? Wait, so neither of you noticed her? Young lady? About this tall, wearing a purple dress? She ordered a glass of wine!
Oh, now you mention it, that vaguely rings a bell. And it looks like I did open the wine jar, so it must have just slipped my mind. In any case, that settles your bill. Come again soon. Coming!
Okay, what was going on there? It's like they didn't remember Skirk being there at all. Even Paimon was half convinced we hallucinated the whole thing. But that Mora she left for us was definitely real. Oh, this whole situation is giving Paimon the creeps. But anyway, she told us to head to the Guili Plains, right? Let's not keep her waiting. Whoa! What are all these rift hounds doing here? Huh. Looks like they're collecting something. Huh. Let's go check it out.
Shine down!
Stabilize!
Barbados, guide us! Torn to oblivion! Hey there! Watch out! Down! Fire! Well, with rocks.
So, this is what they were collecting. It looks kinda like... Yeah. What is going on here?
From the moment they are born, all beings with great power have an impact on this world. Even if their body is sundered and their soul extinguished, their influence remains. Gods are the most common example of that. The remnants of gods who fell thousands of years ago remain buried deep within the earth, carrying within them a warped will and a dark curse. Together, these remnants form what you call god remains, and it appears that some of those sealed here were dug up and removed. There are traces left, but they're fading fast. What are you doing?
Nothing! Just wanted to make sure you were, real? She's definitely not a ghost traveler. Paimon poked her, and she's solid.
Your life hangs in the balance, and that's what you're fixated on? Strange set of priorities. It was just a trick to avoid being perceived. If someone notices me, those memories are erased. Simple as that. Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to remember me. They're lucky they only have a few missing memories to show for it. Now, can we please get back on track?
Okay. Where were we? Right. The god remains. So, basically, there's now less of them here than there used to be, right? Isn't that a good thing? In our experience, god remains are 100% bad news. A lot of terrible things have happened because of them.
Maybe it's a good thing by human standards, but power doesn't come from nothing, and it doesn't just disappear for no reason. The remains aren't just gone. They were taken. Very clever, traveler. You aren't the only one who had something taken from you. There are victims like you everywhere. The only difference being, you can speak, and the remains cannot, so it went unnoticed. Something similar happened in Sumeru. Within the span of one night, countless consecrated beasts were slaughtered, and a large amount of the god remains buried in the desert went missing. Of course, god remains are just one of the targets. The culprit is chipping away at sources of power all over this world, including the Stella Fortuna above.
Wait, you mean... the stars?
42 of them have died out in the past few months alone. In Conria, people believed that powerful individuals have corresponding Stella Fortuna. Even should that individual fall, their Stella Fortuna would not disappear, but gradually evolve into a new constellation. Yet now, stars are disappearing from the skies entirely, and it's not hard to deduce what's happening to the power they contain. Something has been leeching power from this world like a parasite steals nutrients from a host. And now, it's no longer satisfied with the remains of the dead. It wants you. This time, it only took a fragment of your soul. But next time, there's no telling how far it could go. No one knows. All I know for certain is this. Getting back what you lost will not be easy. Considering how much power this entity has stolen, it must be a god-level being by now at least. But that's not the real concern. Souls are fragile things, and yours could easily be crushed if you go up against it.
So you're gonna help us, right?
We're going to help each other. You are my ticket to uncovering this thing's true identity.
Well, great! You seem super strong, and you know a lot about the Abyss, so Paimon will take it.
Don't get all mushy on me. All I'm doing is helping you get back to normal after a sudden crisis. And I should warn you, Getting mixed up with me can have unforeseen consequences. We're on very different journeys. You don't want to be in my debt, trust me. You help me uncover the truth behind this entity, and I'll help you recover what you lost. This is a transaction, that's all. You would do well to remember that. Now, come along.
Yeesh! You'd think she'd be a little friendlier since she's agreed to help us. But nope, she's just like when we met her in the primordial sea. So cold. Well, whatever. If that's how it's gonna be, then she doesn't deserve our friendship. What she does deserve is a super embarrassing nickname. Ah! Paimon's got it! Frosty the Lavender Melon! Serves that Ice Queen right! Anyway, the important thing is that we get that piece of your soul back. So, let's follow her and see what sort of plan she's got. Whoa! This place is way bigger than Paimon expected. Where are we?
This is where I live. I suppose it's the closest thing I have to a home here. It is. I brought you here because time flows differently in this place. I don't know how much Ajax has told you, but when he fell into this space, I mentored him for 3 months. In that time, only 3 days passed in the outside world.
Ajax? Oh, right! That's Childe's real name! Yeah, Paimon remembers him mentioning something like that. So, a month here is equivalent to 1 day in the outside world? That should mean we're safe from that power-hungry soul snatcher for now, right?
Yes, well, I didn't bring you here just to show you around. In the outside world, the Traveler could be attacked at any moment. But coming here has bought us quite a bit of time. Now, we just need to figure out how to investigate that place you saw. The one full of fog. Both your description and the abyssal disturbance I felt point to that space having some connection to the abyss. It could even be a domain similar to this one. The thief who stole that fragment of your soul is hiding there. But the abyss is a chaotic and turbulent place. If we want to pinpoint their location, we need to see what that space looks like without the fog. Abyssal power can grant a special form of sight. Have you ever wielded abyssal power before? Okay. Do you plan to learn? That tracks. All the information you have suggests the abyss is something sinister, and that abyssal power is a wild and dangerous force that always spells disaster.
And you're saying that's not true?
Depends on your perspective. Floods and hurricanes take countless lives too. But if one day you gain the power to control them, what was once a calamity is now just another tool in your arsenal. I'll respect your opinion, though. Just means we have to turn to the second best option. A little abyss crystal that contains my power. Wear it on your head, and we'll be able to perform dream mirroring when we fall asleep.
Dream mirroring?
It means experiencing whatever the other person is dreaming. Everything they see, think, and feel. Since you haven't studied the art of using abyssal power, and have no plans to jump in the deep end right now, I'll have to do the investigating for you. With dream mirroring, every time you slip into a deep sleep, I'll see with my own eyes whatever scene plays out in your mind. Then, I can guide you through the dream environment, and we'll take back what was stolen from you.
Huh. You make it sound so simple.
Tough to say. This is an unprecedented situation for both of us. Even assuming we do manage to find where this entity is hiding, like I said, getting your soul fragment back won't be easy. To play it safe, I need to give you some special training first.
Wait, you're gonna teach him some of your martial arts? Does that mean the next time we see Childe, we have to treat him like our senior?
Do as you want. For my part, I don't see you as my disciples. You're already a pretty good fighter. All I'm planning to do is build on your current skills and train you for the specific scenarios that I think we might face. But that's enough talk. If you're ready to do this, then come with me. Time might be more lenient here, but that's no excuse to waste it.
Oh, she moves fast. Paimon can hardly keep up with her. So, special training, huh? Kind of a rare opportunity. With your skills, there's not a lot of people qualified to train you. The last time something like this happened was probably anti-Raiden Shogun training, right? Oh, feels like a lifetime ago. Skirk seems pretty strong too, though. Remember how she said that the all-devouring narwhal was just her master's pet? Maybe we really will learn something here.
Ready?
Bring it on!
Your training will be split into 3 stages. Testing your blade work, elemental abilities, and reasoning skills. We'll start with blade work. You're no rookie in this area, so I won't bore you with the basics. During your long journey, you've no doubt sparred with a lot of talented sword fighters. Consciously or not, you will have picked up all kinds of techniques from them.
You bet! There's Kaya, Master Jean, Kuching... Oh, and Kazuha, Ayaka... Yeah, we've met sword masters like you in every nation we've been through. You sparred with a bunch of them too, right? Nice to know it's all gonna come in handy now.
Don't get too smug. In sword fighting, techniques alone are not enough. You need a cohesive system to bring it all together. A style or school of fighting. To use the human body as an analogy, your style is your skeleton, the foundation, the framework. Techniques are the muscles and other flesh attached to the bones. This is where your strength comes from. Improving your sword fighting is like growing that body. If your frame got bigger and taller, but you didn't add any muscle mass, you'd be weak and flimsy. Then again, if you packed on pounds of flesh without a big enough frame to support it, you'd end up bloated and unwieldy. You need to do some introspection. Take a good, hard look at your past experiences and figure out which parts of what you've learned are just techniques, and which parts can be used to form your own system of blade work. Only then will you get the full utility out of all your thoughts and observations along the way. Only then will every strike you deliver make perfect sense.
Wait, is that it? Paimon thought you were gonna teach him some cool new moves. Like when you went swoosh and opened a tunnel to another place.
One day, you'll reach a new level of power where you realize that even that's as basic a trick as any other. But right now, our sword styles are so wildly different that teaching you mere techniques is pointless. There are no shortcuts in the pursuit of power. Failure is your best teacher, and rigor is your coursework. That's all I have to say. Time to make a start. Train until you're satisfied with yourself. Now focus. Destroy the crystal columns as swiftly as you can. Stay calm. Use your head. You have to keep it together.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Cut to the chase.
Consider a moment of true mastery that you've witnessed in another person, and ask yourself, what lies beneath the surface? What's their guiding philosophy? What's their state of mind as they maneuver their weapon? Now take that and practice it right away with speed, skill, and strength, over and over, until your hand is one with your mind. This is the only path to true growth.
Step on up. Dance with the waves.
If you start to tire, empty your mind, but do not stop. Stay in that frame of mind as you keep up the fight. Get rid of all redundant movements. Imagine your sword is an extension of your own body. Wield it just as you wield your arms, hands, and fingers.
'Twas on a deserted, moonlit night that the hero approached the vile dragon's limpid lair. Ring cutter! Feathers fleeting wet, the white heron treads water, a sight without flaw. Master of Inazuma Kamisato art Tachijutsu.
Looks like you've made some real progress. That concludes your training session.
Awesome! it.
How do you feel? As you should be. Time flies when you're training hard. You've actually been going for several days now with no rest.
Yeah, meanwhile, Paimon's had a whole bunch of naps. But you were so focused, she didn't want to interrupt you.
Go get some sleep. I'll be doing the same very soon. Let's hope you see that foggy place in your dream, so I can get this investigation over and done with. Sometimes, you have to practice a single movement 1,000,000, maybe 10,000,000 times, before the breakthrough moment comes. Nothing in the outside world can help you in this process. The most important thing is to remain patient. Sometimes, you have to practice a single movement 1,000,000, maybe 10,000,000 times, before the breakthrough moment comes. Nothing in the outside world can help you in this process. The most important thing is to remain patient.
Skirk, why are you skipping classes again? We've talked about this.
'Cause he's a crabby old man, and he's a boring old man. I don't like going to his classes.
Excuse me! You shouldn't talk about your teacher like that! It's very disrespectful!
All right, let's not get into a big fight about this. Skirk's learned what she needs. There's no point forcing her to sit through more classes if she doesn't want to be there. But I'd still love to hear about what you got up to yesterday. Why don't you tell your dad all about it?
I went diving, and I saw this huge fish. I never knew they could get that big. It looked kinda dumb, though, with that stupid big fat head. I tried to shake its fin, but it just spat water at me. Oh, and today, I'm gonna go to that prairie up north. There's supposed to be this giant bird there that can spit fire. I bet if I climbed on its back, it could fly me all the way to the stars.
Then I suppose your old dad should get one as a pet too. Otherwise, how are you gonna hear me call you for dinner up there in the stars?
When it's time to eat, I'll come back on my own, Zilly. Anyway, gotta go. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad.
Wait! Put on a coat at least, you'll catch a cold! I'm talking to you, young lady! You spoil that child, you know. Ever since that merchant ship arrived, she practically lives outside. Always going on about exploring the beyond one day, whatever that means.
Ah, let the kid do what makes her happy. Besides, we both know you're all bark and no bite. Come on, our little adventurer's gonna be hungry when she gets back. Let's get started on dinner.
The stars shimmer high above. But what lies beyond the stars? Mountains as far as the eye can see? An endless snowy plain? Or maybe buildings taller than the sky, like the people from the merchant ship said? I can't be the only one asking these questions. The universe is fascinating. If only I could meet some other people like me. We could set sail together and explore every corner of the world. I'm sick of being a kid. There's so many amazing things out there, and I'm ready to see them all. But for now, I'm starving. Better get back.
Don't let a single one of them get away!
No, please, spare the children! Stay back!
They're coming!
Run! Help!
Eliminate the threat.
Take him down.
Don't be scared. Ah!
This way!
We'll never make it!
Fire. There's fire everywhere. What happened?
I told you we shouldn't have trusted these outsiders!
Why are you doing this? What did we do to deserve this? We welcomed you with our finest food and drink, showed you the best our home has to offer, gifted you cloth dyed by our own hands. And this is how you treat us?
Run! Save yourselves!
Captain, Zone 3 is clear and we have Zone 2 surrounded.
Begin extermination. Remember the orders from upper command. No one is to be left alive.
Rest assured, sir. We have enough munitions to annihilate these savages and burn their entire civilization to the ground.
Good. The only ones who put up a real fight are that man and his wife, correct? What's their status?
We shot the man in the ankles and the wife broke her wrist attempting to fight back. They won't be doing much more fighting. They're holed up in their home for now, but they won't last long. To prevent them from making some kind of last stand, we're planning to clear out the other zones first so we can send a bigger squadron to surround them.
Well, well. Turns out some of these beasts do know how to use their claws. Now the threat these savages pose will be undeniable. Let them cling to what's left of their lives for a little longer. Once the other zones are cleared, I'll cut off their heads myself.
Dad? Mom? Skirk, you're all right? Thank heavens.
I'm so happy to see you, sweet girl. But you need to go. It isn't safe here. They'll be back any second.
What happened? You're bleeding a lot. Dad? Mom?
This is the place. Alert all units. Prepare to surround.
Run, Skirk! Run as far away as you can! Don't trust anyone! Your dad and I, we're not afraid to stare death in the face, but we need you to survive. My clever girl, so curious. You're already so brave. I know you're going to grow up to be such a positive light in this world.
Whenever you miss us, just play this song. Remember, life is a gift. Don't let darkness claim it.
Break down the door! Look what we have here. A savage that can pluck a tune. Well, the show's over. You! Stop singing! Shut it! I said shut it or I'll make you! Fine. Have it your way!
You're awake? I found a few clues while you were asleep, but it's only a start. Now, time for the second stage of your training. This time, the focus is elemental energy. Come find me when you're ready to begin.
Man, staying in the abyss feels so surreal, don't you think? No day and no night. It's like time hardly exists. If we weren't careful to keep track, it feels like we'd have no idea how long we've even been here. Well, except for the fact that Paimon still gets hungry like clockwork. You go do your training. Paimon's gonna grab a bite.
The way I see it, the pursuit of power is divided into 3 stages. The first is mastering the use of standard weapons. Next is learning how to harness natural energy. And after that, you're free to challenge even higher dimensions. The natural energy of Teyvat is, of course, elemental energy. But that's not my area of expertise. I draw from a different source of power. Abyssal power, yes. Also known as the power of the Void Realm. My master, Surtalogi, is a true expert in that area. After all, he was one of the group of 5 that infamously stole the all-encompassing power of the Abyss, an act for which the people of Conria gave them the epithet, the 5 Sinners. The elemental energy of Teyvat, on the other hand, is derived from the power of the Light Realm. These 2 forms of energy exist in direct opposition to each other. Suffice to say, there's not much I can teach you this time. A keen observation, traveler. Call it respecting local norms. The Abyss stands in direct conflict with the will of this world. So, to make my life easier, I disguise my power to make it appear cryo-like in nature. It's a technique I learned from some Conrian ruins, known as the 7 Shifting Serpent. If you ever change your mind about delving into abyssal power, I can teach it to you. So I've heard. You seem to have a knack for removing abyssal power. But is purification really what's going on there? Like I said, power does not simply disappear. Just thinking out loud. Let's focus on your elemental training. That's what's gonna help us if the situation gets tricky. True growth comes from adversity. But only if you make the choice to pick yourself up again every time you fall. So, it's time to push yourself to the limit, and then keep pushing. This is the only way to advance at pace. Use the power of Animo to clear the field as fast as you can!
Windblade! Disappear! Windblade!
Observe your surroundings. Look for things you can use to tilt the scales of success in your favor.
Windblade!
Use the power of Hydro to destroy the spikes. Faster. Don't give them a chance to strike you. You need to be quicker than you were in your dream. You can't afford another injury like that.
Water jet! Go! 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 Go!
You need to understand what makes you special. The ability to wield elemental energy without a vision and switch between the elements at will. It means your aspirations need no approval from the gods. Your power is not bound by the rules of this world. So be bold. Do not be afraid to chart your own path. Very good. It seems you've reached a deeper level of connection with the elements. Long enough for you to lose yourself in your training, which is a good sign. Relentless practice with the elements has drained all your strength, but it's also what allowed you to make progress. Get some rest. When you wake up, we'll proceed to the final stage of your training. If you wish to master the elements at a fundamental level, you must see the entire natural world. Nature in all its places and forms. That is part of what it means to be a traveler.
What is the secret to power? Longing, hatred, self-preservation. No, it is fear. The fear of losing those you love. The fear of watching your home burn. Fear of loneliness. Fear of death. Fear is the source of evolution. It forces humanity to adapt to their environment and overcome hardship. It is in the process of prevailing over our fears that we surpassed first ourselves and then the rest of the world. That fear is now part of you. It calls on you to evolve. And it is time to answer. Any minute spent missing home is a minute wasted. Practice your sword work instead. Do not make me tell you twice.
But, Master, I can barely lift the sword anymore. If I keep going, I feel like my wrist is going to break.
So it has not broken yet. Then pick up your sword and keep practicing until it breaks. I want to hear the cracking and splintering of bone. After all, bones can always be reset. Good, Skirk. Once again, you survived. How do you feel?
Cold. In pain.
These are signs that you are adapting to the abyss. Each time the flesh is torn and the spirit crushed, each time you claw back from the brink of death, you become stronger. I now understand why these people sought to destroy your homeland. Your potential goes beyond even what I could have anticipated. But you still have much to learn in your pursuit of strength. Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, I shall show no mercy in your training. You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion, crush the self that makes you weak, and become master over your physical form. Get up, Skirk. Wipe the blood off your face. Cut away the rotten parts of your flesh. And mend what is broken. Then take up your sword.
Yes, Master.
Hopefully you got some good rest. Skirk said to tell you that she's ready to start the final stage of your training whenever you are. So, want to head over now? Or did you want to wait a little?
From your training so far, you have gained better command of the sword, and more control over your elemental abilities. That's only part of it. Experience is the real teacher. Your journey, the friends you have made, the dangers you have faced. These have taught you more than I ever could. Now, it's time to focus on how you react under pressure. You must be able to think rationally, even in unpredictable combat situations. To simulate this, I'm going to attack, and you're going to block. Ready? Not bad. That defensive stance looks near unbreakable. Just like your sister. Oh, that reminds me. You still don't know what happened to her, do you?
Hey, no fair! That's cheating!
You think every opponent has the same moral code as you? You can denounce their deplorable methods all you want, but only if you live to tell the tale. The dead don't get to complain. Strong emotions will always arise in combat. Anxiety, anger, fear. But a true warrior is never at their whim. Only when you are free from the influence of emotion can you make the right choice, no matter the situation. How amusing. Almost sounds like you think you know me. But you don't. You can choose your own path. We are not the same. Let's begin. Try to use reason over emotion. Make the most rational and advantageous decision in any given moment. This is your final training session. Look alive. Same drill as before, but this time I'm going to interfere. Hold your focus.
Go! Water jet! Water jet! What? What? Yeah. Yeah. What? Water jet!
Not bad. Better than I expected. You're getting the hang of it. The first step to controlling your emotions is controlling your mind. You want a unified train of thought. It all comes down to focus.
Your mind is rife with distractions. From now on, I shall show no mercy in your training. You must learn to shut out all the pointless emotion, crush the self that makes you weak, and become master over your physical form.
Stop. Let's pause here. One look, and I can tell your mind has wandered. That's to be expected. There's a limit to how long a human being can concentrate on one thing. Staying calm and focused sounds simple in theory, but in practice, it's more demanding than sword work or elemental abilities. Get some rest. No point training further if you're already dead on your feet. Like I said at the beginning, the only goal of this training is for you to reach a point that you're satisfied with. You managed to push past your limits, which is a good start. You can be proud of that, and sleep well knowing that you've earned it. Warriors will one mistake.
Skirk is amazing. She faced down that terrifying giant and cut its head clean off.
Oh, she got hurt though, didn't she? I heard it was pretty bad.
Yeah, well, that's a given. But the moment she was on the mend, she got right back to practicing her sword work. I heard Master suffered a grave injury once too. Lost an arm and a leg and still came back stronger than ever. Skirk's becoming more like him by the day.
Incredible! I wonder if I'll ever reach their level. They're always so resolute, so unshakable.
Pathetic. You're not even trying. You're so much weaker than you think.
Skirk, have you become a positive light in this world? Do you even remember how many of us perished in that fire? How many bodies were left to rot on the scorched earth? Yet you alone live on.
Keep your gaze fixed on your blade. You don't deserve to rest.
I have so many questions. I just want to jump in a spaceship, explore the whole universe, and get answers from the stars. I just need to wait till I'm grown up. Then I can do anything.
Now, you must bid farewell to who you were in the past and become someone stronger.
Run! Skirk! Run! Only death awaits us here. Keep running, and don't ever look back.
Let's see here. First things first, you need a new identity. Going around telling people you're from somewhere beyond the stars won't do, now will it? How about saying you hail from beneath the earth instead? As the Conrian saying goes, venturing out into the universe and down into the abyss are the same in that both are braving the dark unknown.
Well, I'm a visitor on this planet, so I'll follow the rules.
Ah, splendid. That saves me quite a bit of trouble. Let me offer you a piece of advice in return, although it might not be what you want to hear. I know the pursuit of strength is important to you, but taking a moment for yourself every once in a while is never a bad idea. Ignore her existence for too long, and there will come a day when you can no longer hear her voice.
Be starving, right? Ta-da! A barbecue feast just for you! Of course you are! That's why Skirk and Paimon got this all ready for you. Dig in, before it gets cold. Ah, well, if you're around someone long enough, it's bound to happen. Plus, Skirk can cook. So, Paimon decided she can forgive the whole Ice Queen thing. Paimon's not one to hold a grudge.
Here's an idea. Let's save the chit-chat until after the meal.
Ugh, so full. Okay, it's Paimon's turn to sleep now. Wake her up when it's time to go.
I have good news. First, your training is complete. You have what it takes to wield immense power. Now it's just a matter of putting it into practice. Continue to learn from your journey and hone your skills against formidable opponents. Second, I've located the culprit we've been searching for. Next, we just need to retrieve the missing part of your soul, and our business will be concluded. When Ajax trained with me, he once told me he was bursting with questions. So I allowed him to ask me 3 of them before he left. You and I may never meet again, traveler. So if there's anything you want to ask me, now's your opportunity. Just like Ajax, I'll answer 3 of your questions. Okay, not the angle I was expecting. What makes you ask that? I knew that was a possible side effect. Closed off my mind to you for that exact reason. Even with the dream mirroring, you should have seen nothing but endless darkness. Whatever. Must have been a flaw in my execution. I shouldn't be too surprised. Due to some recent circumstances, my self-control has been lacking as of late. Since you've seen what you've seen, there's no reason to hide the truth. All I ask is that you keep it a secret. No, I'm not from Teyvat. I'm from a different planet. And there was a time when I journeyed through the stars. A lot like you in some ways. No, we're different in that respect. You're influencing the fate of this world. But me, I'm just passing through. Several hundred years ago, my master, Surtalogi, opened the border between worlds and sent me here. But this is not my home. And one day, I'll return to the vast unknown of space. So, there you have it. On to your second question. To become stronger. For certain reasons, I need to bridge the power gap between me and my master as quickly as possible. But first, I need to understand the source of his strength. To do that, I need to follow in his footsteps, walk the path he once walked, and somewhere along the way, I'll find out how to defeat him. That is my sole focus and purpose. Okay. You have one question remaining.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced there, I've never stopped searching for Master Skirk and that unknown abyss. But it's been years now, and I've still found nothing.
Well, your last question? Ajax. His situation is different than yours. Before you ever crossed paths with me, you'd already encountered many formidable people, studied their techniques, and developed your own skill set. So, during your training, all I had to do was build upon that foundation. But Ajax was so young when he came to me. A complete blank canvas. Children can't help but imitate their role models. In the long run, that would only hinder his growth. Once Ajax has enough strength in his own right, I will allow us to meet again. Until then, let that motivate him to reach his full potential. Unlike you, I have no desire to establish a connection with the world. The weak and the lowly have no right to remember me. They're lucky they only have a few missing memories to show for it. Wake up your companion. It's time to go. Oh, and everything I just told you. Best keep it a secret from her as well.
Time to go! Oh, finally. Where are we headed?
Just follow me. I'll open an abyssal rift close to the culprit's location. It will take us to where he's hiding.